presenter for tonight is Scott Probst. Scott has been an active part of the Peoria Jaycees for 5 years. He joined after volunteering in the St. Patrick's Day Parade and is active in the Easter egg hunt, the International Beer Festival, and the scavenger hunt, among many other Jaycees events. Scott grew up in Teutopolis, Illinois, and graduated from Southern Illinois University Carbondale with a journalism degree in 2008. He then moved to Peoria to work at WMBD TV as a multimedia journalist. Scott met his wife at a JC event in 2011. Scott and his wife currently reside in Creve Coeur, Illinois. Please welcome Scott Probst to introduce this year's Charles C. Schlink Good Government Award winner.
The Good Government Award is named after one of the finest Peoria Jaycees to have ever lived. Charles C. Schlink was the president of the Peoria Jaycees in 1948 through 1949. Charles was also the president of the Illinois Jaycees from 1945 till 1946. Rather than moving on to a national office, Charles realized that there was no place like home. With Charles' leadership and the help of the Peoria Jaycees, they set out to scrap the then current form of Peoria government. After an intense citywide informational campaign, the Jaycees were instrumental in establishing a manager-council form of municipal government that is still in use today. Charles also founded the Blindness Center that became his passion. After spending the better part of the morning tending the center in 1956, Charles went home for lunch and passed away at the very young age of 37. Due to his love of Peoria and his intense desire to make it a better place, the Peoria Jaycees paid tribute to Charles by naming the Good Government Award in his honor. Like Charles Schlink, our award winner tonight is a tireless advocate of government that works for the betterment of all people. Washington Fire Chief Mike Vaughn graduated from Southern Illinois University and then graduated from the National Fire Academy Executive Fire Officer Program. He began his career as a volunteer in the Washington Fire Department in 1982, which lasted until 1986. He then worked for the East Peoria Fire Department from 1986 to 2008, when he retired from the fire department as fire chief. He then went back to Washington, not as a volunteer, but as fire chief this time. Chief Vaughn had one of the truest tests of a leader a few years later. November 17th of last year, a day that will be remembered in many of our lives, but especially by the people of Washington. An EF4 tornado with an estimated wind speed of 190 miles an hour was barreling down on Washington. Chief Vaughn was in his truck on his way to warn the parishioners of Crossroads Church of the impending tornado. As the tornado was racing down, instead of seeking shelter, Mike continued on his path, although the tornado shook his vehicle violently. After the tornado hit, he and his volunteer fire department helped local residents stay safe for the next hours and many days therefore to come. It was his honorable actions that he received the Illinois Office of State Fire Marshal's Medal of Valor in May of this year. He was also recognized by Firehouse Magazine for his community heroism. Mike is married to his wife, Teresa, of 32 years, and they have 3 children and 4 grandchildren. Unfortunately, Mike could not be here tonight due to previous obligations. Accepting the award on his behalf is his son, Corey. Thank you, Corey.
Like he said, my father wishes he could be here tonight, but he sincerely apologizes. He really does wish he could be here. Unfortunately, he has to be in a fire board meeting where he's trying to defend his job, so he can't be here tonight. So thank you very much to the Jaycees.